Boxers fight, dogs bark, cars drive. What does it have to do with this message? Who you are versus who you think you are two different things. You may think that things are not going according to the plan. You may think that you are not worthy to be here. It may be challenging to you. But who you are and what you think you are two different things. I know it's somebody that's listening right now who's struggling with making some decisions that's going to be really hard on them. And I want to be the first to tell you that you do not have to struggle. You do not have to go at this alone. You do not have to make this hard on yourself. You simply just got to reach out and get help with three numbers: 988. It's not going to make anything just magically put you in a position where you don't want to keep the fight alive. It's meant to give you an opportunity to keep fighting, to be who you are, to tell who you think you are that it can no longer be what you are. It's a fighter in you. You showed up today for a reason. And there's somebody out there who doesn't even know that you were in this fight. But you don't have to do it alone. You don't have to go at it all hard by yourself. You simply just need to dial three numbers: 988. So before you make a decision that we have to live with, make a decision that you can live with and stay, because tomorrow needs you. Now let's talk football.
Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back.
What's going on, Pride Nation? We back at it again. I told y'all they couldn't mandate your boy because we have this thing called seniority. You already got me one too many times. Shout out to seniorities and unions, right? People, I'm back at it again, talking about the Detroit Lions. Obviously, I'm going to be reacting to the 53-man roster. I'm also going to be bringing up some topics that might be interesting. I'm also going to be discussing the game of Kansas City versus Detroit a little bit in detail, but I'm also going to try to do all that within an hour to an hour and a half, because I do got to go and put time in with the family as my children get older. They intend on me doing more and more stuff, and there's more and more stuff they're doing. So I take my job as father serious, and I plan on being the best in the world. But for right now, they're letting me have my fun, and fun we shall have. Let me go ahead and bring this up. Let me put this in the chat right now, because that way I can go ahead and get it out there. So when people want to start asking questions and stuff, we can get it popping. And then you know me, I can't never start this show off unless I see who's in the building with me. I got to know who's rocking with the people, who's in the building with the brother, and see how we get it in. So let's get this thing going. Let's see who's up in this building with me right now, ladies and gentlemen. We have friendly neighborhood Lions fan. What up, dude? We have my man Noel in the building. What up, dude? Giovanni Lyons in the building. My man John Kapler, aka Detroit Lions Talk with John Kapler, is in the building. BD Busters in the building. Easy Does is in the building. Looney Tunes in the building. Gavin Carson, who says, pick 'em league this year? Yes, we will be talking about that as well. And if I were all of you beautiful people, I would check your emails now, because that invite went out. And if you don't have it today, I would then put everything out there. But the new league information is in the description. At least I think it is. I'm almost sure I did it. I probably didn't. Now that I think about it, I probably didn't. I'll put it in there. But I'm working on it. We got Greg in the building. We got Joe Lewis 313. What's good, Luke? I can't wait for the roster breakdown. I know you about to hurt some people's feelings. I'm trying not to. We got my man Randy Osborne in the building. It says, what up, Luke? Pick'em League should be starting soon. It is. I took the invites out. So everybody who was in the Pick'em League the previous year, I resent your invites out automatically. So you just got to check your emails, and then it's going to say join, and the password is Roar 2023. Roar 2023. So I'll put that in the description and get that in there and out the way. We got my man Joseph Murdoch in the building, Makai Holtz in the building. We got Dr. Detroit in the building. Need to put that time in? Absolutely. They get one day and it's a limited time. D-Map Zoom is in the building. Detroit Made Me's in the building. Chrome is in the building. C. Perry is in the building. Big G in Texas is in the building. And then we finna get into it. All right, off rip. People, fair warning, fair disclaimer. I'm not going to be negative, but I am going to ask a lot of questions that I think need to be addressed. I am going to ask some questions that need to be discussed. But I want to start off with the more recent news, which is, obviously Lions practice squad, waiver wires, and all that cool jazz stuff. All right, boom. So, off rip, Sterling Thomas is claimed off waivers by the Cardinals. And I'm happy as hell because any person who would do what he did to that damn tight end in practice is a douchebag. I've had somebody hurt me in practice trying to earn a spot and still didn't get on the team. So yeah, I can care less. The tackle, Jermaine Afidi, going and signing with the Bills don't bother me. I know a lot of people was trying to convince me, oh, Chris Covington, man, he's going to be this and he's going to be that. And he's going to the Chargers practice squad. Bye. Still a free agent. Nobody cares. Ryan Showboda, I don't know how to pronounce his damn name. He signed with the Jets. Don't care. To be honest with you, there's nobody that they added or took that we lost that I can care. Meanwhile, all these people cleared waivers. Nobody wanted them. Nobody wanted Adrian Martinez. Nobody wanted Brady Breeze or Corey Durden or Parker Romeo. Nobody wanted Trinity Benson or Avery Davis or Easy or Daniel Ham or Alex Mollett or Scott Nelson or Darian Polo. Nobody wanted these people. But the Lions did at least get about 11 players on their practice squad. And the most notable one for me is running back Knight. I remember Knight playing for the Jets, and I thought he had some games where he had some good runs. And I'm surprised that they did this because either one, they're going to at some point in time add him to the 53-man roster and let somebody else go, or they're going to hope that he can survive long enough that until they can get somebody back, let somebody else go, then add him. Either way it go, I'm cool with this timing. You know what I'm saying? You want him on your practice squad? Perfect. I'm cool with them bringing Dylan Drummond back. Perfect. Maurice Alexander, I'm cool with them bringing him back. The guard, Kaido, I guess you need him. The tackle, Connor Galvin, I guess you need him. Chris Smith, Trevor Nowalski, Chase Lucas being back is cool. Brandon Joseph being back is cool. But Michael Bagley being on the practice squad was interesting. Like, they want Rashawn Patterson to know, like, bruh, Bagley didn't do good, but hey, you don't let us get an upgrade. You out of here, and you make it happen. I got somebody ready to roll. What was more surprising was that I didn't see like names like Coda on here, and I know a lot of Lions fans were hyped about Coda. I was unimpressed with him. I'm just wasn't impressed with him at all. Did he have some moments? They were so small that they were not even worth mentioning. And the ones where he had a chance to make big moments wasn't there. Like you thought he had a pass interference, but when you look at it, it wasn't. You know what I mean? Like, it just wasn't. You thought that he had a touchdown, he just blatantly dropped it. Like, so I wasn't impressed with him. But to see some of the guys that they did add for practice squad, my original reaction to this is, you got to be kidding me. And I know people are going to say, Luke, you're being negative, but no, this is the reality. You look at this damn team, right? You know, you got 1, 2, 3, 4 defensive players, and the rest is all offense. I'm sorry. Let me try. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I was right. 4 defensive players. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 offensive players, 1 special teams. You that confident in defense? Great. And my original viewpoint of this was like much of the same. So when I saw that they had 21 offensive players to 29 defensive players that they kept on the roster, it was more proof positive to me that, yeah, we needed more work on the defense. We needed more things on the defense in the first place. But in terms of just the practice squad, are there some names out there, people I would have liked for them to look into, like Jabril Cox and stuff? Yeah. Yeah, there are some people names out there, right? We probably won't get none of them. That's not the point. I like the fact that they at least kept a kicker on the roster. I like the fact they brought Chase Lucas back. I like the fact that they kept Dylan Drummond. I like the fact that they kept Maurice Alexander. And I love the running back addition. But damn it, you need defensive help. You need some more people out there. And I know you kept a lot of them already, but none of these people really did it, which brought me to my next point, because I need your help on this for this to make sense. Put a grade on the Detroit Lions 53-man roster, right? This is the question, all right? I'm getting ready to show you the roster, and I want you to put a grade on it, all right? I need you to put a grade on it. I'm going to put the poll up in a minute. It's just funny to me when you look at the roster and compare it to last year's roster. It's some moments in there that I'm wondering that people paid attention to. I'm wondering. But we're gonna put a grade on it. We're gonna put a grade on it. I'm only giving you so many options because I really want y'all. Come on, computer. What's going on with my computer now? See, my computer acting like it don't want to ride with me for today. All right. So I'm only giving you A, B, C, F. Right? That's what I'm giving you. Obviously, I'm putting it out there. The poll is out there. I'm leaving it out there. Let's take a quick gander at our 52-man roster. Let's take a quick gander at it. Again, I am not apologetic about this. We got quarterback Teddy Bridgewater, Jared Goff. Obviously, Hendon Hooker is on the NFL list, so he's technically still on the roster, but he's not going to be able to play for, I think, the first 4 games, so no big deal. They decided 2 running backs, David Montgomery, Jahmyr Gibbs. They kept the fullback, Kabinda, so cool with that. Receivers, Antoine Green, Marvin Jones, Sam Laporta. They Khalif Raymond, Josh Reynolds, Amon-Ra St. Brown. Then for your tight ends is Laporta, James Mitchell, and Brock Wright. All right. Offensive line, Scott Daly, Taylor Decker, Graham Glasgow, Jonah Jackson, Matt Nelson. And I know everybody like to have a damn cow for that name. Frank Ragnow, Penei Sewell, Kobe. I always pronounce dude's name. Sordo. I probably said that wrong. Big V. Defense. The interior defensive line. Isaiah Buggs, Benito Jones, which I don't know how the fuck he made this team, but hey, it is what it is. He made it. Brock Martin, Aleem McNeil. And then you obviously have people like John Kominski, Aiden Hutchinson, Romeo Core, Levi Onwuzurike, Josh Pascal. Linebackers. I was surprised at the number of linebackers they kept, but you know, what can I say? Alex Anzalone, Derek Barnes, Jack Campbell, Charles Harris, James Houston, Julian Ocore, Anthony Pittman, Jalen Reeve-Maybin, and Malcolm Rodriguez. And defensive backs, I was surprised that Khalil Dorsey made the team, to be honest. Stephen Gilmore, I totally understood. Dorsey was a little bit more like, interesting. I wasn't impressed with him. So that's just my point. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, Will Harris, you know, we're gonna leave that alone. We don't talk about Bruno. Okay, we're gonna leave that alone. Jerry Jacobs, Kirby Joseph, Iffy, Emmanuel Mosley, Cameron Sutton, and Tracy Walker. Put a grade on it. I'm asking this question for a legit reason, people. It's very scientific, okay? My grade on this roster is a C. Why is it so low and you got high expectations for him? I believe coaching is going to be a deciding factor for us. I do. I believe it's going to be a big factor into what we do. And, you know, it is what it is. I just believe that. I thought Dorsey hurt. I'm pretty sure it was damn Sterling Thomas. I'm almost sure it was Sterling Thomas. Could be wrong. What's going on, JGB? Make sure I got all my people in the building. I don't want to miss nobody. You know what I'm saying? We got my man Antoine in the building. Black Spirit is in the building. He says, Coyote. Oh, it's how. Hey, men names don't work, bro. You should see me at work. I botch my clients' names all the time. They just look at me. I tell them all the time, oh, it was Dorsey? Yeah, then his ass should have been cut. He should have been cut. Flat out. He should have been cut. But whatever. They like it. I love it. We putting a grade on it. The poll is up. What's going on, Dirty Gloves, William? We put a grade on it. It says, it's Kobe says, C is crazy, Luke. Yeah, I know. No, I know. But you're gonna see why I believe that in a minute. And I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but you're gonna see exactly why in a minute why I gave it a C. I'm just giving y'all what I gave the grade so far. You know what I'm saying? Because if you tell me the offense is an A and the defense is a C, I think that still average out to at least a B grade. So, you know, you figure A's are what, 4? C's are, I believe, 2. So that's 6. Yeah. So it still average out to about a 3, which is a B. Hey, listen, Looney, I wasn't impressed with Dorsey. I said it. I just wasn't impressed with Dorsey. And it is what it is. But the more important thing I want people to take a look at is this. When we get to looking at our current roster versus last year, you know, many people might argue that, yeah, we made an upgrade with Hooker and Bridgewater. All right, cool. I'll take it. The running back room. Are you sure that the running back room is stronger with Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery and whoever else they add to the running back room than it was with DeAndre Swift, Jamal Williams, Craig Reynolds, Justin Jackson? Are you sure that it's stronger? Because I mean, we just look at the initial 53-man roster. For the amount of running we should be doing, it better not, if you only going to carry 2 to 3 running backs, I better not see no even split carries. I better not. Somebody better be the main bell cow, a.k.a. David Montgomery. It needs to be somebody that's going to be the main bell cow. But when you get to looking at this running back core, do you feel like it's better? If your answer is yes, kudos. I ain't mad at you either way it go. Kudos to you. This I just want to compare the two rosters, 2022 and now 2023. So when we get to looking at those part of it, we can start to see if we really believe what we're saying. You start to look at the receiving room. You know, obviously, you still don't have no Jameson, but you know what? I'm just gonna put him in there. Jameson is still on this team. So Jameson, Antoine Green, Marvin Jones, Khalif Raymond, Josh Reynolds, and Amon-Ra St. Brown. The receiving core added basically Antoine Green and Marvin Jones. If that receiving core is stronger than, say, DJ Chark, Trinity Benson, Maurice Alexander, they had freaking they had Amon-Ra St. Brown, they had Jameson Williams, they had Josh Reynolds, they had Cleve. Is this now a stronger receiving core? It's a tight end room stronger. Like we know that Shane Zistru is no longer there. It's the tight end room stronger with Laporta and Brock Wright and James Mitchell. Is that more strong than Brock Wright, Shane Zylstra, and TJ Hockenson, who they did have for a part of the season last year? And then TJ Hockenson was gone, leaving them with just James Mitchell, Brock Wright, and Zylstra. Is the room now stronger? If you believe that, I'm not mad at you. I'm asking the questions because I really want to know what y'all think. I really want to know what y'all believe. I put the link in the description because I wanted people to be able to come in and talk their stuff. You know what I mean? Like, I really want people to come in and talk their stuff. Tell me that, you know, these things are happening. I don't have a strong opinion about it because the roster for me has like one or two differences, and for the most part, it's like 99% the same in my opinion. I mean, I'm over exaggerating the 99%, but it's more like 94% the same. 94. The offensive line for 2023 was now, you got Scott Daly. You added Graham Glasgow, so that's a new piece. Kobe Sorcel, or whatever his name is still there. But when we go over to the next year, yeah, I mean, a lot of these same people is there. You Graham Glasgow swapped out in for Evan Brown, but Daly was already there. This guy was already there. This guy was already there. This guy was already there. All the rest of these guys was still here, and then they end up getting cut. And so the question becomes, which, by the way, Dan Skipper got released, and so it's a lot of media believing that he may be on his way back to Detroit. That's not the point. I don't know why we want him to come back to Detroit, but it's the offensive line more improved between the 2 years. Because I don't really have this strong opinion about it. I don't. What I'm looking at, I'm just saying to myself, piece by piece, what's more impressive? This is the part that really blew my mind. Because you look at the defense, particularly the D-line, the only new piece is Broderick Martin. I don't think they added anything new. I know some people came back healthy, but I don't think they added nothing new. And when I get to looking at it, Michael Brockers is gone. Cool. Isaiah Bugg still here. Kominski still here. Hutchinson still here. Benito Jones still here. Aleem McNeil still here. Romeo Cord, Josh Pascal, Demetrius Taylor's gone. Okay. This is the same D-line that gave up a lot of rushing yards. I don't see anything different. Do you? I don't see it. I could be wrong. I just don't see it. I think offense upgraded in every category. All right. I ain't mad at you. Let me see. We got if Laporta's going to be better than Hawk is my question. That's a good question. I gave it a B. Still room for more upgrades. What's going on, Mr. Marcus? My man Key Eric is in the building. He says, "Hey Luke, hope you're doing well. Got my first car today. Hey, congratulations! Very exciting. You probably already had this question, but which do you think will perform better versus the Chiefs, the offense or the defense? The defense, in the offense. I think we finna beat the Chiefs. I think we finna beat the Chiefs. I don't think it's finna be a shootout like everybody think it is. I think we finna beat the Chiefs. I think the Chiefs will probably put up a good 20, 21 points, and that's where the buck stops. I believe that. I really do believe that. I just believe that. As we get close to that game, I'll have more in-depth breakdowns, but I think both of them perform better because I think they win. I think the way it's set up and how he's going to attack them, I just think it stands out. But again, to get back to this question, this is essentially the same D-line you went out there with, minus Michael Brockers and Demetrius Taylor. And now you got Broderick Martin. It's just upgraded. You get to the linebackers. Alex Anzalone was on last year's team. Derek Barnes on last year's team. I mean, pretty much everybody here, minus Jalen Reeves-Maybin, is still here, right? All this is still here because I can't wait to see who starts. But I remember people were hyping up. There were very particular people who I'm not going to name who was hyping up Chris Board, and I kept telling them, like, stop it. Only here can you come and start here when you've been nothing but special teams at best in other places. Stop it. So Chris Board's out, Jack Campbell's in. Austin Bryant's out, Jalen Reeves-Maybin is in. Jared Davis is out, Malcolm Rodriguez is in. But Malcolm Rodriguez is on this team already, Josh Woods and everything. So if you believe that it's more upgraded, then more power to you. So I just don't buy it. I just don't buy it. I'm really am trying my best to make it to see it, but I just don't buy it. I don't buy that we've upgraded our stuff. I just, I just don't. Maybe I'm tripping. Maybe I have lost my mind. It is what it is. Our D line and cornerback sucks. Thanks, Brad Holmes. A C grade. We gonna find out real soon, Messiah. we gonna find out soon enough. It's the same. I don't think there's no huge difference or drop off or anything like that. We're going to find out. Greg People says 21 Chiefs, Lions 35. Yeah, I think they get 20 points, and then I think it's like over with. I'm with you on that. If Levi stays healthy all season, then I can see our D line holding up against the run, but that's a big if. That is a big if. D from Detroit says, I'm very concerned with our wideouts. Really? Let's go back and take a look at it. Really? I honestly think, and I could be wrong about this too, I honestly think that our wideouts, even without Jameson Williams, is straight. This team was putting up, y'all forget, this team had the number one scoring offense, and Jameson Williams wasn't even playing. You had DJ Chark, who wasn't doing anything early on. It wasn't like he was getting off early on. He was not even a major factor. It was all going through Josh Reynolds, Khalif Raymond, and Amon-Ra St. Brown with the addition of the tight ends and running the ball. And to me, Marvin Jones, to me, is a good pickup. Antoine Green is as I saw him in college. And it's not just because of what he did in that one catch against the Panthers. It's just that I see a guy who is really good at running routes. And if given a chance, I think he will perform for this team. Okay? But I don't know if I'm concerned with our receivers. I don't. He got about four big targets. He got some inner fast guys, and I'm okay. I'm okay. This is the most improved part of the whole entire team. This is literally night and day. Like, this is the biggest thing. You look right here. Brady Breeze, who's been cut from this team. Deshaun Elliott, who he's okay, but you upgraded with Chauncey Gardner-Johnson. Will Harris is still here, so that's not my fault. Juju Hughes, thank God he's gone. Mike Hughes, thank God he's gone. But you got Jerry Jacobs, who's still here. And then you can swap those people out with people like Brian Branch, who's going to play nickel. Stephen Gilmore is going to get a little bit of a cornerback play. I wish they cut Iffy. I hate to say it. I thought Iffy was very insignificant during the preseason. I saw nothing that would warrant him being here. I know they want to keep fighting with him, but I'm good. This is the biggest difference. No Jeff Okudah, no Amani Oruwariye, who I know got cut from the Giants. Okudah's hurt again. AJ Parker's not here, but Bobby Price, like a lot of these people are still here, but for the most part, this is the biggest difference. And so it's all hinging on our DBs being able to do their job so the front seven can do theirs. And I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but yeah, I'm just not in it. I'm not in it. Let me check out what we look like in terms of the poll. Put a grade on this roster so far. Put a grade on this, what I want to see. We got my man Paj in the business. What's good, Luke? I'm with you on your talking points so far. You cooking? It's a lot of the same. And I'm happy you here, but it's a lot of the same. I forgot about Austin Bryant. We should all forget about Austin Bryant. If Marvin Jones jumps over two people to catch the ball, then fights for the touchdown, I'll go nuts. That's what he do. And that's why I'm like, hey, I'm okay with him being here. I'm okay with that. He loved it here. This was like a second home. Brad Holmes must have a lot of trust in our D-line coach or something. Something. It's the exact same D-line. I'm concerned, and I'm trying not to be, but that's becoming a little bit impossible. When you start to look at this D-line, it's like You added Broderick Martin. What am I supposed to believe? Like, seriously. Why would anyone be concerned with our receivers? Lions are a top 5 offense last year without J-Mo. That's facts. Stop the run is the main concern. That's it. Had the game against the Eagles. What up, though? I made it today. What's going on, Go Lions? Welcome, brother. I think our DBs are a top 15 to top 10 core. They got to how? Kobe, come on, bro. Come on, Kobe. You gonna tell me that you believe that this or what? We ain't played them together yet. That's some high expectations. I ain't mad at you, but they ain't played together yet. We haven't seen what our full starting defense look like yet. We haven't seen what our full starting offense look like yet. I can't give them top 10, top 15, but if you got it, I'm respecting it. Joseph Murdoch says B+ because of the coaching. All right, cool. Worst case, on the wideouts, you can put Gibbs and no. Enough of this. No. Okay. No. Let me say this again. No. In the words of Beyonce, no. All right, I'm trying to keep them back, but no, we're not doing this moving the damn running back to slot receiver trash. We have enough receivers to do the duties. This idea that you got to have this stud superstar receiver is a bunch of malarkey. Because newsflash, most of those stud superstar receivers ain't winning nothing. We had Calvin Johnson, and I would be hard pressed to find people better than him. At the end of the day, the receiving core as a whole will be fine. We're not doing this moving the running back stuff. It's not needed. It's just not. I don't think for one moment that we should be doing that. I just don't. The secondary has upgraded. 100% Detroit made me. That's the biggest change you can see. Marvin doesn't get too much separation, but man, he got them toe tap and strong hands, and that's all you're looking for. You know what I'm saying? That's what he was known for, them jump balls. Let him go get the jump balls. Let him get the jump balls. I'm trying to catch up on some of these comments. I'm probably going to skip some, but I'm trying my best to hit on them as many as I can. They tried iffy at corner and just no. It's been hard out here. Will Harris alone gave them a C-. I can't believe he still made the team. I'm serious. He's like my Tavon Wilson. What do he got on them? Remember how I kept campaigning to get Tavon Wilson up out of here? Like, seriously, I can't believe it. The only thing I'm worried about is the D-line. We're not getting that far if running backs are getting over 100-something yards rushing. Amen. Messiah says, can we please stop talking about offense? There's nothing wrong with the offense. It's always been the defense. Are we blind to what we saw last year? I'm not. But this is what happened. Everybody wants to tell you the tale of two tapes, the tale of two seasons within one. They don't want to talk about the first half of the season. They only want to talk about the end of the season. And the reality is this. If you saw the first half, many of those people who were involved in the first half are still on this team now. And guess what? They was involved in the second half, but it still got to go by the season. The season is the sample, not two different halves. I can care less what they did one half or the second half. What you did as a whole was not what we need to be talking about. We need a kicker. They added Bagley to the practice squad, and they're still looking for other kickers to trade for. So that's still a good thing. That's if he belongs on that old TV show MASH, Always Hurt. Hey, MASH is one of the best shows of all time. But you're right, he is always hurt. I gave it a B. That's fair. I got the poll up for a reason. It kind of looks like Reynolds will be back after tomorrow. Yeah, I don't like that. I would much rather them put Knight in the lineup. I know. People are going to say, well, what's the big difference? Yeah, I just think I get more out of Knight than I would Reynolds. You know, I think Reynolds has ran his course, and I'm good on that. Patterson is not the worst kicker, but he better not expect any Justin Tucker kicks out of him. I just think at the end of the day with him, it's going to come down to his level of confidence to be able to say, you know what, this is a big moment. I'm going to make this kick. Your body will do what you believe. I think Commish breakout year. I guess. I mean, he's a role player. I don't know how much more breakout you can get from him. A lot of the same, but O-line, that's top 5. D-line wasn't a problem with secondary. I disagree, Big G. I disagree. Now, it could be that Texas heat that's getting to you. But I disagree. The secondary was not the biggest problem. And I'll explain it to you. If you go through and you look at last year's Detroit Lions team, right? Last year's Detroit Lions team is easily our rush defense was hot garbage. It was trash. It was so bad that it literally made the pass more accessible and available to teams who wanted to pass the ball on us. And you know, to kind of put it in perspective, you know, the Bears quarterback almost had 300 yards rushing in 2 games himself. I took the Panthers game out. Nobody wants to talk about the Panthers game. Everybody wants to forget the Panthers game. Everybody wants to forget the New England game. Okay, I can take those 2 games out. They still gave up a significant amount of rushing yards. And a lot of it came on the ground to quarterbacks and running backs. In rushing yards, we finished 29th in the rankings, 30th in passing yards. And the reality is we can talk about the secondary and all that cool jazz stuff. That's cool. We can talk about that. But they were 29th in rushing touchdowns. 29th in giving up rushing touchdowns. They were 23rd in giving up passing touchdowns. The rushing attack was horrible. I mean, the rushing defense was horrible for what we were doing. It's not even close. What's up with this one? Only keeping the 2 running backs. That's insane to me. No, it's not. D from Detroit. The reason they only kept 2 running backs was because they wanted maneuvering room. They knew that there were certain players who was on the roster bubble, but they didn't want to risk other teams doing it. So they held on to them, hoping that other teams would quickly fill their practice squads, hoping that other teams would quickly go out and sign other free agents. And then when they do go and stash these people on the practice squad, that people will most likely forget about them because they've already made moves that they don't want to go out and shake up. And then they can go out and now add people. And I think that was the whole game plan. Let's keep some of these guys that we think other people may want and on the roster for right now. Let everybody go out, build a practice squad, and let everybody go out, sign some of them other free agents, trade for some people, and then maybe our guys protect it. That's what I believe the thinking was when they did that. So we're not going to go into the season and rock through the season with 2 running backs. It's just I can guarantee that's not going to happen. I went to the Lions-Panthers game. Jack Campbell looked lost, man. Yeah. I'm trying to figure out how to say this. Do I agree with you that he made some mistakes in that game? Yes, he's a rookie. But I don't use rookie as the excuse because rookie or not, you cannot keep overrunning plays. However, here's a different perspective for you, Messiah. The Lions have to come back and play the Panthers in week 5. What purpose would it serve for them to go hard, show all these things in a meaningless scrimmage when you got to play them in basically like 4 to 5 weeks? What's the point? Like, I don't expect for people to be trying to do a whole lot. I would expect for them to try to just be in the area to show that, hey, I got there. But yeah, I wouldn't look too much in there. Ducky Khan says Brad Home is God. That's weird. Branch, a dog. CJ, a dog. Sutton, a dog. Mosley, when healthy, is a dog. Kirby, a dog too. Mosley, when healthy, is a dog. Based on what? Like, I'm not being funny when I say this. Based on what? When has Emmanuel Mosley been a dog? Based on what? You won't be able to tell me stats. You won't be able to tell me intangible. So what are you basing Emmanuel Mosley being a dog on? Because that's nothing supports this. Nothing. That dude has been in the league for, I believe, 5 years now. 5 years. Yep, I feel like it's 5 years. What makes him a dog? These are things that I'm looking at, trying to figure out. Like, okay, I think I saw a stat the other day on Instagram where they said Emmanuel Mosley had like 4 interceptions or 5 interceptions in his career. So if that's true, he had 1 interception for each year he's been in the league. Bravo. The damn DN got more than that in 1 season. So bravo. So dog where? I don't see it, Kobe. I don't see the dog. Will Harris is amazing. How's that POS stick around? What? POS. I'm drawing a blank on that abbreviation. Somebody else will probably break it down for me. My brain ain't there. It's not. Stop the run and pressure Mahomes. Granted, Mahomes is magical, but he's not okay. He's not magical, people. We got to stop with this. Why do we just crown Mahomes with all this stuff? Listen, the Lions, if you're telling me that the 2019 team can hold this man to no touchdowns, 24 or 42 passes for 315, you telling me that you can hold that man to that and the game go 34-30 because they couldn't stop a nosebleed in terms of the run. And that was with Matt Patricia. If everything I'm hearing about secondary being upgraded, this team being upgraded, is a B, then we're better than that team, and we should be able to get stops and get to Mahomes. Mahomes got sacked not one single time that game. And pressures, well, I don't even want to talk about that. Meanwhile, Stafford got sacked 3 times. I'm not worried about this. I think you're right with stop the run, but I'm not worried about Mahomes. Mahomes is Mahomes has struggled against worse teams. He's struggled against the Texans, and who the hell they got? Luke, would you have kept Starling over Will Harris? No, I would have cut both of them and tried to find somebody else. Both of them could have been gone because I know with Starling, I can get him on the practice squad, but I would have cut both of them and tried to get somebody else. Real talk, our defense sucked on both sides of the ball. Run and pass is defense. Okay. B, secondary should be improving the running backs and the O-line, D-line are healthy going into the first game. Since I don't know when. Only concern is linebacker helping out in the run game. That's a big concern. Shout out to the Pick'em League's champion. And for those who don't know, the Pick'em League invites have been sent out to your emails. So please go and check them. And if not, I'll have to get the information back out there for you. So I'm sorry about that. What's going on, Big T? Cap Ice Cold is in the building. What's going on, brother? What's going on? I heard Jerry Jacobs is switching to 23. It don't matter. No, the numbers at this point don't even matter. Jalen Bradford says, when can a hooker actually practice this team? Practice with the team. Technically, he can't play for 4 weeks. And technically, he's supposed to be rehabbing based on that list that he is. So I'm going to go with the 4-week mark. That's when he'll be able to do it. I feel like Hendon Hooker is not hurt. It's y'all gonna have a hard time convincing me of this. I've gave my evidence on this. I just believe that they don't want people to. They don't want people to start chanting, put in Hooker if Jared Goff makes a mistake, and he's going to make a mistake. He's going to have a game where we're just going to be upset with him, and they don't want to because ain't nobody going to scream put in no damn Teddy Bridgewater. Ain't nobody finna scream that. So I just think that's what they're doing. They're just trying to save face. That's all it was. We can go back and forth about the tale of 2 halves, blah, blah, blah. Lions going 10-7. Anything over that is a bonus. I got them at 11 wins. So you got them at 10-7. I got them at 11-6. So, yeah, anything over 11 for me is a bonus. I have very high expectations for them, even though I have concerns. You know, it's just that the whole entire talk of the 2 takes, I'm over that. We had a whole season. We got to stick with that. You know, let me see. Shout out to my man Nick Gunjack. He said some people were saying Okudah has dogged the first couple games last year. I feel like I feel like there's a set of fans who don't want to be wrong about Okudah. I was not happy when we got Jeff Okudah. I told people that when I saw him at Ohio State, I did a whole film study on Jeff Okudah, and I said he was not worth a top 10 pick. I told people where Donovan People-Jones and Nico Collins and so many other people was cooking the hell out of his ass, and he just grabbed them with referees standing there and didn't throw a single flag. It was very blatant. He was very touchy. I didn't see this shutdown corner that everybody talk about. When a reporter came out and made the following statement about the messy parts of your game, he gonna say some messy where. Go back and check the tape. The tape was showing that messy shit the entire time, and I didn't want him. And there's a group of people who dug their heels in and was like, bump that. Well, it ain't like Isaiah Simmons is doing any better. And I'm like, that's just 100% cap. Isaiah Simmons has been doing better than him his entire time, even when they wasn't even using him appropriately. And I'm not finna sit there and give any credit to the Cardinals because this ain't the first person they done did this to. Hassan Reddick was used wrong while he was there. I can keep going down the list of players that was used wrong while being under they coaching staff. So Okudah is not even worth talking about because he was never worth that pick. If Okudah had the same career he had and he went where I thought he should have went, at best a late second to third round pick, I don't think we'd be so upset. I expected Will Harris to be gone by now. Not when you got pictures of somebody's family or dirty laundry, something going on. I don't know what he got on them, but it ain't looking good. Big T says our special teams is one of the best in the NFL besides our kicker. That's part of the process then, right? You can't eliminate one part of it and say they're the best. That includes all of them. Jack Campbell will probably feel more comfortable with Alex A is playing by him. I don't really care what they do. I want everybody to perform. Cap Ice Cole says, I think they're trying to keep people calm about Hooker. They are. 100%. They are. And I just want people to know, don't get it twisted. Don't think he can't play. It's all these other people came back in 10 months. He's been out on 11 months. He's healthy. And he throw the ball. Jameson Williams came back off his stuff at the 10 months and was running damn near full speed. And you telling me a guy who got a throat can't do it? Yeah, I ain't buying it. We got 11-6 for my man Kier. We got Hatter House who says, I'm sticking with 11-6 as well. It says, please don't put in Hooker yet. I'm cool. But let's be honest. If you telling me that you could have added another player and Hendon Hookers to back up, what's the problem? I'm not saying he should start over Goff. I'm saying he should be the backup and that Teddy Bridgewater should not be here. That's what I'm saying. Okudah had safety help. Well, Okudah should have played safety, and he would have been so much better. He insists on proving he's a corner, and he's not. But trust me, after this season, he will be a safety, or his ass will be out of the league. Kyle Van Noy is a great example of being used wrong. I mean, let's keep going. Tavon Austin. I can go down the list if you want to play these games, like the people that was used wrong. So, just saying. Ohio St. Lions. What up, though? It says, what up, brother? Hey, what's going on, brother? Let me see. Y'all got to remember Chase Young helped Okudah out a lot. Oh, where's all my Chase Young people? I had so many people who told me when I told everybody Chase Young's season was not that special. And, what are you? I'm like, okay, I'm just telling you, this guy, well, he's been hurt, Luke. I know he's been hurt because he plays lazy. And that's why his head coach called him out last time. Where don't people go? They disappeared. Where my Montez Sweat people go? Remember, where all them people go? I remember I took a lot of heat for those takes. Looks like I was right on those. Let me see what we got. Can't have we want Hooker chance at 4-5. Nope. And that's why they're going to act like he's hurt. He's not hurt. He's not hurt. They're trying to keep him under wraps. He's an insurance policy for an insurance policy. If Jared Goff do well, then hey, we still got a good backup. If Jared Goff don't do well, then hey, we move forward with a guy we believe can carry this franchise, and we draft another dude to back him up, or you keep Teddy Bridgewater to back him up. Problem solved. And then you find a way to move on from Jared Goff and that damn contract and add more talent. It's not that hard to follow. C. Perry says we are thin at corner. I've been saying this for the longest. I've been saying this for the longest, that we need more cornerback, linebacker, and interior D-line help. I've been saying this because I agree with you. I agree with you, cold and wholeheartedly. Like it's no way. We're thin. It is what it is. Nobody wants to hear it, but hey, because everybody keep forgetting that Branch, who can play nickel, is more of a safety. CJ Gardner-Johnson, who can play nickel, is more of a safety. They forget that. But hey, I did not. Ohio St. Lion says, it's your boy Grizzy. Oh, I knew that when I saw the picture. Make no mistake, I pay attention. I knew that when I saw the picture. What up, dude? AKA Bandit. Yeah, I got it. No. Where's all them Greedy Williams people at? Oh my God, Mr. Marcus 40. Where are they? Where are the Greedy Williams people? Where are they? I had Byron Murphy, I believe, that year at the highest rated corner, and I was told I was nuts. I had Julian Love, I think, rated higher than Greedy. I told people Greedy Williams was a joke. Where are they? Where do they go? So funny how they just disappear. Oh, Hatterhouse put another one out there, the tank for Tua. I didn't get that one either. Where did they go? They were everywhere. Remember how I would say these things and I would show it in real time. And I was told that I was crazy and delusional, don't know football and blah, 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 blah. Where are they? Where are they now? Funny. It's a lot of ghosts out here to call Ghostbusters. Is it me or did your boy Houston put on weight? He looks slow. I believe it's you. I don't think he put on weight. I believe that he knew that he was going to get a significant amount of snaps in the preseason. And so he went hard on certain plays and other plays he coasted. There was no reason for him to go hard. He was never going to go anywhere. I don't believe that he looks heavier or slower or anything like that. In fact, he was still busting a lot of the people he was going against, but I can tell he wasn't playing fully hard. I could tell the downs where I was like, oh, he's going full hard here. Oh, he's just taking this. He's just going through the motion. I get it, but I don't think that he looked slower or that like he put on some weight or nothing like that. I think you got to look at it. You're not going to go hard against a team you got to play in 5 weeks in the Panthers in week 3 of the preseason game. You're not going to go hard, when you went against Jacksonville Jaguars when you already did this in practice. I just don't get it. If our rush doesn't get where we need, if our rush doesn't get there, we will get abused. It will, especially against Kansas City. It will. It will, 100%. Oh my God, yes, I forgot about the Willis people. Where are y'all at? It's so funny to me. It's so fun. Like the one guy I told everybody, the guy, I think out of that class, it was like Sam Howell. I want to say it was Sam Howell, Malik Willis, Trey Lance, and I'm drawing a blank on the other person. But I was like, yeah, I like Sam Howell. Or was it Zach Wilson and Malik Willis? It was Zach Wilson. I was higher on Zach Wilson and David, was it David Mills? I'm drawing a blank on a goddamn quarterback's name right now. But it was people I was higher on than Malik Willis. Much, much higher on. So, yeah, I forgot about that crowd. Yeah, they were. All these damn ghosts. All these ghosts. Don't get the Cabinda still here. Big G, the way we run the ball, you need a fullback. And ironically enough, he's really good at it. I'll show you a reason why. Okay? Let me do my best to bring this up for you, okay? It's not going to be a whole lot of film breakdown because I don't need them to take me off the air. You know what I'm saying? But I'll show you what I mean by like why you should have a guy like that. Just give me 1 second. And then I'm going to show you. All right. So there's a very few YouTube channels that I rock with. You know what I'm saying? I show support to just about anybody, but I have some YouTube channels that are like my favorites. And I believe that the work that they do is phenomenal. And this one particular guy's channel is like, it's lit. It's no getting around it. He's just good at what he do. He goes by all 22s. And I just love him. I love what he do. We've, hopefully we can collab soon, but I just want people to understand like what they see in Kabinda. Like there are things that Kabinda does that, there are things that he does that you just can't overlook. You can't unsee. I think that his first game, I showed where the first play of the game, it was an interception. And the first thing that he does is, go out there and do the damn thing. So I'm going to use somebody else's video so I don't have to get in no trouble. I don't want no heat. But I just want you to see what makes Kabinda the guy that he is and why he's still here. All right. Let me take this off the screen. Give me a second, people. It says, hey, Luke, this is a tough question, but who on our O-line gets the first pancake versus the Chiefs? Sewell. That wasn't hard at all. All right. Let me get this thing popping, make this all nice and big. So again, let me just get a credit where credit is due because I'm using his video. This is I'm Bearing Down. He's got 915 subscribers, so show my man some love. But I just need this because he put all the snaps there, and I didn't want to use the other clip. But I want you to go back right here. Let me just go back just a little bit. All right, here we go. And let me just slow this down because I want people to be able to see this. All right. Don't take your eyes off this man. This is why Kabinda is here. Don't take your ass off of him. All right. To my people in the chat, let me just don't take your ass off of him. You want to know why he's still here? This is it. Look at this. This sets this ability up. He doesn't even get that without Kabinda being able to go and blow this dude up. Meeting the linebacker and getting him out. He hit him so hard that I was able to see his numbers. If you look at this linebacker, you cannot tell me what number he is. I'll go back to the beginning. What number is he? You can't see what number he is right now. Even now, you still can't see it. But when he hit him, I knew he was 47. I knew he was 47. I knew he was 47 when he hit him. I knew that. This is what you want. The running back got to stick it. Now you see when we go empty set, there's a little bit of a difference. There's nobody there to lead the way. Right? Nobody's there to lead that way for him. But I want you to see. Oh, this is so embarrassing. Oh, God. Matt Nelson. I want you to see just why we keep Kabinda. This is a single set. This is why you keep Kabinda. You need a guy who's going to be a battering ram, and he's very good at run blocking. That's why he's still here. That's why you keep him. So that's why he's still here. That's why he deserves to be here. Yeah, all 22. We have been in long conversations to collaborate on a very particular video that I just it needs to happen, right? And we are in conversations about it. Davis Mills with the guy, yeah. I mean, I had so many people rated higher than it is what it is. Don't be surprised when the safety group becomes top 5 group in the NFL. I won't be, but until then, we're nothing to talk about. What do we need to fix on the defense? Linebackers, cornerbacks, and interior D-line. Joel C, all 22. I rock with all 22. Just did picks. I'm go over them before game day due to injuries and stuff. Damn, Big T, you trying to get your trophy. You trying to keep your trophy game. I got my picks in too, but just so you know, I'm winning it this year. I'm winning the Pick'em League this year. If you were in the Pick'em League, just check your emails. The invites were resent. Because once you join, your email stays on file within the system, and all I got to do is renew it, and it'll resend you an invite. Password is Roar 2023. I like all 22s. Yeah, all 22s is that's my guy. We're gonna work it out. I didn't know why they had James Houston out there that long anyway. I would have sat him down at the week 2. They didn't have a lot of people to put out there, and I believe that what they wanted to do with James Houston was not only get him more reps, but let him prove that he can unseat one of your core brothers for that other starting DN spot. That's my belief. They wanted to see, was he going to be a situational pass rusher, or could he play the run and the pass? That's just my opinion. Hey, Luke, this is all right. It says they wanted to get Houston rest because he's learning a new position, and they didn't want him to just be a pass rusher. See, there it is, Corey B. Thank you. Thank you. It says, okay, but he can't catch. How many passes do you think we threw to the tight? How many passes do you think we threw to the fullback last year? If you had to guess, how many? You see, no matter how you look at it, nobody's going to be perfect. Like Jamison Williams, for all that running he's doing, he's supposed to be a route running tactician. He catches the fucking ball with his body. He has a lot of drops. They're all flawed products. We get hyped when they are learning how to be more consistent. But how many passes do you think we threw to the fullback anyway? Because most of our passes went to tight ends, receivers, and running backs. How many you think went to the fullback? Because when I tell you, it's going to be funny. You can look it up, but I'm just telling you, you'll be surprised. And this is probably why I don't worry or concern myself with him getting passes or catching, because we don't throw it to him that much. In fact, Jahmyr Gibbs has been brought here for that exact reason, his ability to catch up the backfield. So why, when I got a Jahmyr Gibbs, am I trying to throw the ball to him anyway? And for the record, he was only targeted 4 times. He caught 1 pass. And the 3 passes that he didn't catch were not even in his vicinity to be able to catch, but they went his way. So even if you look at that, that's not enough. They don't throw the ball to the fullback. They just don't. So I get your point, but it says add me. Let me see if I can edit this. Hold on. Let me see if I can edit this. If I can edit this, I'll put it in the thing. See. Give me a second. I'm bringing it up now. I'm finna try to edit it in the description so you can be able to just see all the information there. Let me see. All right. I edit the description. So now you should be able to see the Pick'em League information. Oh, wait. It won't let me change it. What the hell? It said it was changed. All right. I take that back, people. I lied. It won't let me change it. But it will be put in there. It will be put in there. So make no mistake about it. I will put it in there. You know, his route sucks. I'm just saying. Do you see the Lions picking up a big player through trade or pick up new subscriber? Hey, shout out to you, Hockey Town. I do see them picking up some players, but I don't think it's going to be the big names you expect. The Lions have been very strategic about setting their cap up so that they can really make the push in year 4. Their goal is to do everything in steps. Let's win a division. Let's win a playoff game. Next year, let's go hard and get the Super Bowl. That looks like the game plan. Although I would personally say, hey, go hard now and get the Super Bowl. Their game plan is simply this. Also, Hockey Town, since you're new here, here's a little fun fact. If you look at the actual description, the chat, you'll see it pinned at the top. If you have a cell phone, a computer, a tablet, and you got a microphone, I actually allow my subscribers to jump in and join the show. Feel free to do so if you like. You want to talk your talk? Come in and talk your talk. I'm happy to see you here, sir. But yeah, I don't see them going to get a big name like that. They're trying to preserve that cap for the bigger role. Route running is lacking. Okay. Combat sack. What's going on? Hey, Luke, are you still a simp for Holmes after the roster selection? A simp? How the hell's I a simp for Holmes? I would, first of all, everybody thought I hated Holmes for being critical of some of the things that Brad Holmes has done. But I ain't going to say I was simping for him. What are you talking about? I think Brad Holmes could have did a lot of things different. But in the meantime, what do I know? All people going to tell me is you ain't an NFL GM. You ain't an NFL player. But I'm just sitting there looking and I'm thinking to myself, if it was me, I would have took Jalen Carter. And if I wasn't taking Jalen Carter, I'd have took Bijan. Because to all the people who want to tell you about how great that other guy can catch, Bijan showed in one game that he can do the same thing. But simp hurt my feelings a little bit, Combat Sec. Just a little bit. Corey B says, I don't mind being a great blocker and a locker room guy, but I wouldn't mind using that roster spot for another skill position. I think a tight end or another bruiser back could fill his role. I mean, that's fair, right? But here's the difference, though, right? Even if you do that, right? Like you do that, you lose the locker room guy. So here's a guy who can block for his runners and is a locker room guy and a leader. And he don't cost you as much as that tight end gonna cost you. So I'm okay with that. But I do understand what you mean by we can upgrade that. Just putting it out there. I know, Antoine, you saw that. He said, not a simp. Yeah, call me a simp for Brad Holmes. Listen, I'm critical of every aspect of this team. I want to win. I'm critical of my children because I want them to win. I want them to be better than I am. I'm okay. They can be great. That don't make me a lesser person and then to say, oh, I want them to be better than me. I want the Lions to win. And I see how they can do it. But you can't be playing around with windows, throwing rocks like it ain't going to break the glass. If you're going to break the glass and go for it. That's all I'm saying. Bijan making that one-handed catch over there in ATL, man, like I said, I've had this conversation with people offline and not on the show where I've simply discussed that, hey, at the end of the day, right? At the end of the day, I would have took Bijan. Don't get me wrong. I see why Jahmyr Gibbs was selected, but I would have took Bijan. I don't buy for one moment that they was going to take Jahmyr Gibbs at no freaking 6. I don't buy it. Part of me want to believe it because he said it with so much, but that's cap. They was trying to see if Bijan was going to fall because they were thinking that, oh, okay, we'll get Bijan Robinson plus pick up assets. And everybody's going to undervalue a running back. Nobody's looking for one. And then the Falcons was like, yeah, hold my beer. Then they were thinking like, okay, well, even if we go and get a guy like Jalen Carter, if he falls to us and we got more picks, great. But this idea that they had him rated higher, I saw the end of the end. I'm still debating if I really believe it. I feel like it's crazy to see how they were so hyped, like, oh, Jahmyr Gibbs and stuff like this. But, yeah, I know one thing. They said they had 14 people with first-round grades. You know, so you do the math. Luke, why only 21 offensive players and 29 on defense? Will it stay that way? I can't see it staying that way. Yes, I can. I think at best you might get 23 offense and then they go down to 26 defense, but there should be more players on defense because there's more concerns on defense. The offense doesn't have as many concerns. Two of the players that you are expecting to come back to the offense, a.k.a. Hendon Hooker, a.k.a. Jameson Williams, one suspended, one they're trying to play he's hurt game, but he's not. So, yeah, I expect for it to be different, but I absolutely understand why it's 21 because we're not all necessarily counting those other two people. Plus, we're not counting the fact that they're going to add another running back. It's going to be a third running back there. So they just want to see where the dust settle, and then they'll go from there. But the defense should have more players because it's more concern over there. Most of the players we have over there have injuries. Emmanuel Mosley, hurt. CJ Johnson Gardner got hurt in practice or whatever. Aiden Hutchinson got hurt in practice. Levi Onwuzurike coming off an injury. Pascal coming off an injury. You better have more people on defense. Just go through, look at the history. We got people with injuries. Tracy Walker coming off an injury. Yeah, I see it staying the same where it's more defensive players than offense. Corey B says, fair. I can agree with you on that. I like your mindset. Appreciate it. Cap Ice Cole says, it just looks more obvious with these last 3 years. We're trying to use that money correctly now. It's 100% what they're trying to do. They're trying to gear it up to where we get, say, like division win, playoff win this year. Next year, we got some big name free agents out there that we can possibly trade for or get. Yeah, then we go hard for it. Make your hard run for it then. They knew this was going to be a long road. They said it coming in, it's going to be a long road. But in the meantime, your head coach, who many fans wanted gone, called an airhead and everything but a good coach, they want it gone. Meanwhile, they sat there and tried to convince me for 3 seasons that it takes 3 years to change the culture. Where them people at? They missing 2. You remember the 3 years to change the culture, people? And Dan Campbell did it in 1? Remember all the people who say you can't fire a head coach after 1 year? Meanwhile, I've already seen at least 4 or 5 teams do it. Hell, the Jacksonville Jaguars did it, and he didn't even finish a full season. Where them people at? That told me I was delusional. Where them people at? I'm just saying. You gotta be smart with your money. Nick Gunjack says, I think they would have taken Bijan at 12 if he was still there. I think so too. I think if Bijan was still there at 12 and it was between Bijan and Jameer, they would have took Bijan all day. Because I hate to say this, there was nothing that, and if I asked the people who I talked to offline to tell me what is it that Jahmyr Gibbs do that Bijan can't, and they try coming up with all this stuff, and I'm like, you're delusional. He can do all that. And then they was like, well, what is it that Bijan can do that but Jahmyr can't? A lot of stuff. Did you not see that one cut? That space that he should, there's no way he should have had that run. One cut, in and out, boom, out. The one-handed catch. It's just come on. So yeah, I agree with you. I think that would have been the case. Pray St. Brown don't get hurt. He won't. That dude tough as nails. You're gonna have to literally shut him down by removing his legs. He's gonna play. Make no mistake about it. All right. Let me see. Did I miss anything? No, I want to cover this one more thing. Here's my prediction on why I believe the Lions will beat the Kansas City Chiefs. Here's my prediction. All right. I could be wrong about all of this. All right. I could be wrong about all of this. Oh, another team, the name that they're using to play around Kansas City. They're using Clyde Edwards wrong as hell. It's ridiculous. I think Antoine Green is going to surprise some people. They say something that we don't. Oh, they see something that we don't with that guy. What I see is a guy from college who I thought ran really good routes and showed to have a little bit of quickness and speed. So I see it. It's just a matter of how it go. Do you think Jameson Williams will be a solid player for the Lions? There's a good amount of controversy around him. If he learns how to catch with his damn hands, yes. If he works on his route running, yes. If he learns how to be a professional, yes. If he learns how to keep himself clean from being in the media's attention, yes. But I told people last year, I saw a lot of diva in a few little plays that he was in, and that concerned me. But yeah, he's got some work to do. We are looking at the Kansas City Chiefs roster right now, and it's a very good reason why I'm doing this, because I want people to understand something, and this is how I visually see how we can win this game. I don't even talk about the quarterback, but this right here is where it starts. This man right here, Pacheco, cannot get off. He cannot get off. None of them can get off. This got to be dead. Dead this. That's step one. Step two. This is a very important one. Do not get caught up in this. Because if you try to put 2 people on him, that's a shame. They're going to put Chauncey Gardner-Johnson or Tracy Walker on him. So they did it to him the first time, put Tracy Walker on him, and it worked just fine. All right. So You put him on there. Sky Moore don't scare me. Let me say this again. Sky Moore don't scare me. Rashid Rice don't scare me. Kadarius Toney scares me a little bit, but I forget that we have a guy in the nickel who want to smoke, and Brian Branch. So I'm cool. Valdez Scantling, I'll be surprised he's healthy. Don't scare me. There's not a receiver on that team that scare me. That's going against our secondary. We should 100% take away the run, take away Kelsey, and things gonna get real interesting for Patrick Mahomes. They're gonna hit Achilles heel. Take away that tight end, kill his run. Let him run around and scramble and figure things out. They've lost games before. But my biggest reason for why we're going to kill him is because of this man right here. If you know anything about me, I'm a Lions fan. But I also like two other teams. I like the Seahawks. I like the Buccaneers. It's something I just had since I was a kid. I've explained many times why it's that way. Don't ask me. All right? I hated Donovan Smith on the Buccaneers. I hated Donovan Smith was one of the worst tackles I've seen. And people who praised him and said he was so good, he was decent. I just every big moment he choked. He let somebody in, he got some stupid penalty every big moment. And you telling me that Jawan Taylor and Donovan Smith was your two guys. Listen, this is how confident I am in Donovan Smith's inability to protect the quarterback. This is how confident I am. There isn't a person on our D-line that I don't think that that they can't beat him. That includes Broderick Martin. That includes Benito Jones. He is not very good. And I expect for our DNs, Aiden Hutchinson, I expect for him to have a lot of pressure. I expect for Jawan Taylor to have a lot of issues going against people like James Houston. I expect there to be a lot of problems with them two tackles, which means that the interior defensive line needs to be ready for him to try to run. But I expect that to be the case. I don't have no faith in Donovan Smith. Donovan Smith, to me, is Matt Nelson, but with a little bit more moxie. Just a little bit more moxie. And when you look at these two tackles, there is no reason why we should not be getting after the quarterback. He should be running around scrambling for his life. And the running back should be panicking like, let us get the ball. But Andy Reid, being Andy Reid, going to do what Andy Reid always do and put the ball in the hand of his quarterback. And we have a secondary that's improved. And I'm telling them it's time to step up. Now, Chauncey Gardner-Johnson been doing a whole lot of talking. He jaw-jagging every goddamn game, every practice. I expect them to touch the quarterback. I'm putting it out there right now. If there's an over and under on sacks on Patrick Mahomes at 2, take the over. I expect them. They're going to sack him at least 3 times. I believe that. I really do. I'm not exaggerating that when I say it. And this is 100% a make or break year for Goff because unless he goes to the Super Bowl, I ain't really trying to hear it. Green is a burner, 100%. My man says, preach, Luke. I'm just saying. You want to see how we're going to beat him? It's going to start there. Now, here's the part that I don't think we looked at yet. You said, no, you said you don't know about that. Okay, well, let me help you. Let me help you. You don't know about that? Let me help you. I'll help you explain why you put him back on there. The last time the Lions played the Kansas City Chiefs was in 2019. 2019. The Lions lost 34-30. A lot of us were very excited and hype about that and was like, look, it was a close game, right? Very close game. We took a lot of hope out of that game. Okay? Now, watch this. Travis Kelce, while being covered by Tracy Walker, had 7 catches for 85 yards. No touchdowns. Why would I not want to put him back on him? I absolutely want to put him back on him. Absolutely. What's going on, DSPN? So let's go and look at another part of the puzzle on why we beat them. The D-line. Let me make sure so we can see some things. The D-line. I like George Karlaftis. I think he's a good player, right? I had him rated as some other people, higher than some other people, and he's been more healthy and available than other people, but that's not the point. Look at the D-line. Do y'all notice a name missing? Anybody notice this? You already notice the name is missing? Let me go up here. Hold on. Let me go on over here. In case somebody think, this is the 2023 53-man roster. Y'all see it there. Did y'all notice there's a name missing on that D-line? You coming into a week where you got conflict with your D tackle, and their answer to that was to trade for a D tackle that I'm just like, no one cares. But Chris Jones not playing that game. So get ready for a lot of Montgomery. Here's the other scary part, though. Look at the linebackers they got. Well, Nick Bolton, like him. Leo Chanel, I like him. Willie Gay, like him too. Drew Tranquill, I thought the Lions should have picked him up. I like him too. None of them can cover Jahmyr Gibbs. I expect to see Jahmyr Gibbs getting a lot of screens and catches out the backfield. None of them linebackers can cover him. They're going to exposure number 2. And then here's my favorite part, because we love to talk about it. We look at the defensive backs. Justin Reed at safety, you ain't get no beef out of me. Darius Sneed, you ain't get no beef out of me. But them cornerbacks don't look so hot. The Lions are literally set up to attack their weaknesses, and they are literally playing against our strength. The Lions are winning this game. The Lions are winning this game. It's not even going to be close. It's not going to be a shootout. I don't see a shootout. My confidence levels are high. The Lions need to prove me right, and I think they will. Rotate Branch and Chauncey Gardner on Kelsey, and who is not on him helps cover the deep top. Who's taking the top off? The receivers is okay, but who's taking the top off? Tyreek Hill ain't there no more. Mecole Hardman ain't there no more. The receivers that they got are okay, but they not there no more. But we don't want that quarterback running around because he's stuck. He sucks at stopping the run and quarterback. We do. We do suck at stopping running quarterbacks, but he don't run a lot. That's the problem. Patrick Mahomes is a throw the ball first quarterback. He's a run second. He's just like Aaron Rodgers in that regard, where he'll run if he has to, but for the most part, he don't run a lot. He'll run when he has a chance, but guess why that's not going to matter? Because you now have a little bit more speed at linebacker. With Emrod, with people like Jack Campbell, you have a little bit more speed at linebacker. That lines itself up to put you in a better position. So that's not going to happen. This is set up for us to win this game. It says we played them in 2021, Luke, lost by a field goal. Did we? I'm almost sure the last time we played was 2019. In fact, I just Googled it. The last game that the Lions played them was September 29th, 2019. In 2021, I don't see where. Maybe let me double check. I don't see where we played Kansas City in the regular season of 2021. And I'm finna double check. But according to what Google, if it's on Google, you know it's real. In 2021, we didn't play Kansas City at all. We played preseason games. Matter of fact, we played 49ers, Packers, Ravens, Bears, Vikings, Bengals, Rams, Eagles, Steelers, Browns, Bears, Vikings, Broncos, Cardinals, Falcons, Seahawks, Packers. No, 2019 is the last year. Tracy's a shutdown defender. Hell yeah, my favorite player can lock him up. I think he did good with him before. Chris Jones ass ain't on that list. That's right. And no Chris Jones is going to be a whole lot more fun for us. They after this game, they're going to pay him. Says, Luke, you a nut, but I can see it. I'm just telling you the truth. I keep saying we are going to win, and Gibbs is the ultimate piece. It's going to be a problem. I wish we could get Chris Jones. I do too. I want an interior D lineman so bad. But the problem is they wouldn't like what I would be willing to offer him at this point, because now he's on the last year of his deal. He wants a really big contract, and there's no guarantee he's going to sign with me. So I'm only going to be willing to give up a third-round pick for him. And at that point, if they're not willing to do that, then hey. But I will only do it with him being able to say he agreeing to re-sign with me. Tony is banged up too. Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. He is a little banged up. So that's another problem. Listen, man. Listen. All you Stafford haters who watch that man for years not have much around him and make it happen, they finna put Patrick Mahomes in a position to be in that same problem. I expect us to win this game. Not even being funny when I say this. They rotate opposite conference divisions every 4 years. I mean, I know, but I just wanted to be sure that I wasn't tripping when he said that. Corey B, I just, like you said, so we played him 4 years ago. That's all I'm saying. DJ King says the Chiefs are going to try to rely on penalties to win the game. I don't think they're gonna get those penalties this time around. I don't think they're gonna get that. I just don't. Call me crazy. I just don't think it's gonna happen. Who is Bam Knight? Where the hell was Bam Knight at? Let me go back. I gotta see what it was. Brad Holmes is amazing. Who is Bam Knight? Let me see. Where did I see Bam Knight name at? I don't see no damn Bam Knight. Yeah, I don't know who that is. I don't know. People, I've been on for an hour and 27 minutes, hour 28 to be exact. And I have to get to daddy duties. I gotta get to my daddy duties. You know me. It's just a thing. My goal is to be back on tomorrow because, to be honest with you, I should be up for mandation tomorrow, but I got a trick up my sleeve, y'all. I got a wild card I've been holding on to. So hopefully I can get out of them trying to mandate me tomorrow, and I can be in this building so I can talk some more Lions, because I got a lot to show with regards to this game. Bam Knight. Why he talking about Zaven's Knight is the guy. That's his name. I think he's gonna be the guy. He's gonna be that third running back. That's just my opinion. You know, I think he's gonna be that third guy. We need Chosen Anderson. We wasn't high enough to get him, and I don't subscribe to us trading assets to move up for one player when we had enough problems that needed to be fixed. So, you know, I get it. I get what you're saying. I understand it. But yeah, I don't think we should be. I don't think that would have served a point for us, if that makes sense. I feel like we were better served doing something else. So today's positive quote comes from the internet, because again, most of the time I try to figure out who say these things and I don't do it. He said, "I'm tripping. I was thinking with the Ravens game. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. All right. So here's the thing. You know me, I got to end every show on a positive note, people. I appreciate every single person who came in the building, showed love here. You know me, if you ever want to be a part of the show, you simply just jump in and talk with me, and let's have fun with it. But today's positive quote comes from the internet. I don't know who said it. It says, "Never forget that it takes very little to live a fulfilled and happy life." Never forget it takes very little to live a fulfilled and happy life. The other day, literally just yesterday, one of the greatest moments of my life. outside of having children, outside of getting married, outside of being one of the first to graduate in my family, outside of all these other accomplishments, there was no moment more greater than this moment for me yesterday. And that was teaching my son how to ride a bike without training wheels. It's not a very big moment for many people, but there were people who walked by and saw how hard I was working with them. There were neighbors and people who were generally in the neighborhood who stood there and watched me as I pushed my son and my son pushed me for him to learn how to ride this bike, only for my son to be the teacher this time. Because I attempted to show him how to ride a bike the same way my dad showed me, and my son just wasn't with it. And he simply said, "Dad, can I do it my way?" And I was like, "Okay, son, get out your way." And when I got out of his way, I said, "How do you want to do it?" And I listened. And my son said, "I want to just paddle. I just want you to hold it back in the seat. Don't tell me when you let go, but I'm going to paddle like it's no tomorrow." I said, "All right, son, let's go for it." And we go for it, and he fall off, and he bangs his shin, and he gets a scar, and there's blood everywhere. And he's like, "Oh," and I'm hyped because he got his first scar. And my son looks at me and goes, "Dad, chicks dig scars." "Yes, they do, son." And he turns around, gets back on that bike, and he do it again. Boom, bust the other leg up. No matter how many times he hurt himself, how many times he failed, he just kept getting up and doing it again. Until the last time I let the seat go. And he was off to the races. And it was the smallest moment. It was the most small moment that felt like the universe to me. That moment had me so fulfilled. It had me so happy. The joy, the celebration, the neighbors who clapped for him, who watched us for hours at this thing and could not believe that he never gave up, was one of the greatest moments. I tell you that story to let you know that it's not always the big moments that you do for people. It's the small ones. It's the person that you see who holds a sign up that says that they're hungry and you give them something to eat. It's the person who just needed one night to sleep somewhere safe and warm that you gave to them. It's the person that didn't know how to write a resume and you did it for them. The person that you turned around and found a way to just take the phone call and listen to what they had to say. You don't know how many lives you save in those small moments, but what you do know is that you was at least there. And what they know is what you did not seem so big to you, but it was the universe to them. Take that moment and understand that it's not about the big things that make your life fulfilled, but the small things. And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, hit that like, subscribe, notification bell. And as always, don't be no chump. Please do your research. I am out. I'll see you guys tomorrow.